when the money go. You don't slap, that's facts, if the money low. I'm a ground man, when it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Blue Ernie. He's coming. You ain't going nowhere. 39.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
51.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here's Gordon. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready. Got Mike 53.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, box drop. Ready to go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got 3.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Clement, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Space. Squeeze. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Play action. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now a hit and a loose football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavon Austin, 78 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Jeffrey. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz forced out to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
It's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll hit Jackson, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
5. 40's mine.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just
Go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play action. Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Hey, let's get that ball, 51.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. Here comes the pressure, and the Eagles get there to block it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, South. Bravo. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Gun.
Here's Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 25. Hey, Strickland. Stop right there. Even. 4 down. Space.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Buying time, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, and the Falcons grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Coming to you, coming to you. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Gun.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. The 1st down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Blue 80. Hey, check.
On 1st down, Ryan is complete to Jones. And down Inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Melvin Gordon. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
25, 22. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They'll run with Austin. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on G.